Is the story of your game really that important? Depends on who you're talking to. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys the story of Rat Splat and how a few changes to that story gave me the motivation to finish it. I'll be the first to tell you that Rat Splat is not my dream game. It simply started out as a class project that I couldn't wait to be done with. It's not a good representation of the art that I want to create and put in my games going forward, but it was the style that I was taught when I started game dev. Of course, I still can't wait to complete the game, but the one thing that changed how I feel about finishing the game were the new developments and changes that I made to the story. If a story is compelling enough to inspire someone to create a game about it, then it is likely compelling enough to get someone to play it. And for me, I didn't care about making this game as much until I made these changes. I went from a crappy story that I didn't care about to an emotionally gripping mystery that I can't wait to create riddles, puzzles, clues, and dialogue for. So what we're looking at is a picture of what the first scene in the game used to look like. I'm going to use this place to tell the story of what it used to be. So, to start, you're just some kid that begins the story at the edge of the city in the forest. The abundance of rabid rats sparks conversation with the local NPC in scene as rats continue to come out of the sewer shortcut gate. You can ask him about the gate and he'll tell you it's locked and it should stay that way. The crazy shop owner asks him to come over and check it out, and that is what he did. Far too many for his liking. He has no name but directs you to the lower alley shop in the city. After running through the city entry and getting comfortable with your character, we then head to the city. When you talk to the shop owner for the first time, you talk about the rat problem. When the shop owner asks if you'd like to help, reply yes, and he'll say that you're just a kid and he needs proof that you can handle exterminating some rats before he accepts some responsibility for what might happen to you, as he encourages you to help the city although you're just a kid. So with this story, well, we don't really have a story. There's no noticeable hook, and the only motivation the player has is ridding the city of rats and facing down a gang just because they don't like you. Not very compelling. Rat Splat is the story about a young boy named Jimmy who faces adversities being the new kid on the block. After speaking up to stop the local bully from beating up a smaller kid, Jimmy finds himself the newest target of the local gang. This is just where Jimmy's story begins as he starts to explore Rat Run. Jimmy's dad moved the family to Rat Run before summer vacation to work as the new local exterminator. He wants to be just like his dad. But where is he? He left for work and never came back. Knowing nothing about Rat Run except the horrible smell and apparent abundance of vermin everywhere, Jimmy sets off to find his father. The first cutscene triggered by Jimmy in the game goes like this. Jimmy turned the alley to see a little kid on the ground with 3 bullies surrounding him. Jimmy says, "Hey, stop!" The lead bully slowly raises his fist to let one more punch fly as he turns to look at Jimmy. The kid scrams down the alleyway towards Jimmy as the bully releases him. Now the bullies confront Jimmy. So now we have a story that almost writes itself. An emotional hook, a mystery, questions, and details that come with it. For one, why did they move? 2, what happened to Jimmy's dad? 3, what happened to the kid that Jimmy helped out? 4, what's really happening in Rat Run? And 5, can Jimmy piece together the mystery about his father and Rat Run? And also details about Jimmy's character come to the forefront as well. We see that Jimmy is bold enough to stand up for someone who's being picked on. And 2, Jimmy loves his dad because he's willing to go and look for him when he does not return home from work. And of course, the things that we can extrapolate from Jimmy's character to his dad lend themselves to Jimmy's dad is of strong character, dependable, reliable, and does what needs to be done. So back to the start. Is the story of your game really that important? I would say that it is one of the single most important things about your game. And if you don't love the story of your game yet, chances are you're probably not going to finish your game. So maybe make some changes and get a renewed motivation and inspiration for it. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one.